Hello, you're watching CVR News English. This is Havila Kuttupalli. Well, every year on March 8th, International Women's Day is celebrated worldwide to honor the achievements of women in various fields and to advocate for gender equality. Well, this day serves as a reminder of the progress made in empowering women while highlighting challenges that remain in achieving full gender parity. It is also an occasion to appreciate the invaluable roles women play in society, not only as leaders, professionals, and change makers, but also as mothers, sisters, wives, co-workers, and friends who contribute to families, workplaces, and communities in countless ways. Well, through these celebrations, discussions, and initiatives, International Women's Day encourages individuals and organizations to support women's rights, promote equal opportunities, and work towards a more inclusive and equitable world.
మహిళా శక్తితో నిత్య శక్తివంతులవుతున్నారు మన తెలంగాణ మహిళలు. మహిళలే మన రాష్ట్ర మహర్షి.
देश की नारी शक्ति राजनीतिक, आर्थिक और सामाजिक रूप से सशक्त बने हमारे संकल्पों को नेतृत्व प्रदान ये भारत सरकार निरंतर प्रयास कर रही है। नारी शक्ति बंधन अधिनियम के द्वारा लोकसभा और विविध विधान सभाओं में महिलाओं के लिए आरक्षण का प्रावधान उनके राजनीतिक सशक्तिकरण की दिशा में ऐतिहासिक कदम है।
Well, the theme for International Women's Day 2025, Accelerate Action, underscores the urgency of making swift and decisive progress towards gender equality. It also highlights the need for strong policies, impactful initiatives, and collective efforts to break barriers that continue to hold women back. Well, this day serves as a crucial platform to address the persistent challenges such as discrimination, limited access to education, wage gaps, and unequal job opportunities. Well, beyond awareness, it calls for tangible actions to empower women, foster inclusivity, and create a safer, more equitable society where women can thrive independently? Well, by recognizing and support women's contribution across all the fields, individuals and organizations can drive meaningful change towards a more just world.
Promote empowerment. This global occasion highlights the contributions of women across society, the economy, culture and politics while advocating for their rights. The theme for International Women's Day 2025, Accelerate Action, urges the world to recognize and implement strategies that drive women's progress, ensuring meaningful and lasting impact. The origins of International Women's Day can be traced back to the early 1900s, when labor movements emerged in response to poor working conditions during industrialization. In 1908, nearly 15,000 women marched through New York City demanding shorter working hours, better wages and voting rights. In 1909, the United States observed its first National Women's Day. A year later, Clara Zetkin, a German socialist and leader of the Women's Office in the Social Democratic Party, proposed an International Women's Day, a global movement advocating equal rights. Her idea was embraced at the 1910 International Socialist Women's Conference, attended by over 100 women from 17 countries. The first official International Women's Day was celebrated in 1911 with mass rallies across Europe, where more than 1 million people demanded the right to work, vote, hold public office, receive education, and against rooted in Russia. In 1917, Russian women led a nationwide strike demanding bread and peace amid the hardships of the First World War. Their movement played an important role in the Russian Revolution, and March 8th was later recognized as a national holiday. This landmark event cemented March 8th as International Women's Day, inspiring the global movement. In 1975, the United Nations officially began commemorating the day, and by 1977, the UN General Assembly had formally recognized it. Since then, the UN has played a key role in promoting and strengthening the annual celebrations worldwide.
Why is International Women's Day on March 8th? Well, the date March 8th has historical significance rooted in Russia's revolutionary past. On February 23, 1913, March 8th in the modern Georgian calendar, Russian women organized to protest against World War I, demanding peace and better conditions. Well, their activism continued, and in 1917, women once again took to the streets calling for an end of the war and improved living condition. Well, their protest played a significant role in sparking the Russian Revolution, which led to the overthrow of Tsar Nicholas II. Well, shortly after the revolution, Russian women achieved a major milestone and the right to vote, marking a key moment in the fight for gender equality. In the United States, the struggle for women's suffrage also followed a long and challenging path. Well, white women gained the right to vote with the ratification of the 19th Amendment in 1920, but women of color, also particularly Black, Indigenous Asians and Latina women, faced systematic barriers, voter suppression and discriminatory laws that keep them from fully exercising their voting rights. It was not only with the Voting Rights Act of 1965, which outlawed racial discrimination in voting that many women of color in the US were finally able to vote freely and equally. In 1910, at a conference in Copenhagen, Germany, activist Clara Zetkin proposed the idea of establishing a day dedicated to advocating for women's rights and gender equality. Her proposal was met with widespread support from over 100 women from 17 countries, leading to the first observance of International Women's Day in 1911. Well, that year, over 1 million people across Europe took to the streets demanding better working conditions, voting rights and fair treatment for women. Well, this marked a significant milestone in the global fight for women's equality, laying the foundation for what would become an annual movement for social and political change. Clara Zetkin firmly believed that women's liberation was tied to workers' movements as economic independence for crucial for achieving equality. Well, due to her socialist activism and advocacy for women's rights, she was later known as the grandmother of communism. Well, decades later, in 2011, to honor 100 years of International Women's Day, US President Barack Obama officially declared March as Women's History Month, recognizing women's contribution to society and reinforcing the ongoing need for gender equality.
उसको मंजूरी दी गई है। 19 सितंबर की ये तारीख इसीलिए इतिहास में अमरत्व को प्राप्त करने जा रहे हैं।
बेटियों का नेतृत्व सुनिश्चित करने की दिशा में एक बड़ी तारीख थी। सेना में महिलाओं को नीति निर्धारण करने में सक्षम भूमिका का अधिकार मिला।
भारतीय सशस्त्र सेना में शॉर्ट सर्विस कमीशन के माध्यम से महिला अधिकारियों को पुरुष समकक्ष अधिकारियों की तरह पारदर्शी चयन प्रक्रिया द्वारा स्थायी कमीशन का मैं आज घोषणा करता हूं। जो हमारी लाखों बेटियां आज यूनिफॉर्म की जिंदगी जी रही है, देश के लिए कुछ करना चाहती है, उनके लिए आज मैं ये तोहफा दे रहा हूं।
देश की मातृशक्ति को एक बढ़ाव के स्वास्थ्य को सुनिश्चित करने का एक बड़ा संवेदनशील कदम था। ग्रामीण अंचल की महिलाओं को नीति निर्धारण के केंद्र में लाने के लिए आवास योजनाओं का मालिकाना हक अधिकांशतः महिलाओं को दिया गया। बीते 10 साल में प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में किए गए फैसलों ने देश की बेटियों को पंख दिए हैं, महिलाओं को सशक्त किया है।
PM Modi highlighted the empowering journeys of 6 women who have worked in diverse fields to make India proud. In celebration of International Women's Day, Prime Minister Narendra Modi highlighted his commitment to Nari Shakti by handing over his social media accounts to 6 women and highlighting their powerful stories. The women are Vaishali Ramesh Babu from Chennai, Dr. Anjali Agarwal from Delhi, Anita Devi from Nalanda, Elena Mishra from Bhubaneswar, Ajaita Shah from Rajasthan and Shilpi Soni from Sagar. On the occasion of International Women's Day, Modi handed over his social media accounts to women achievers. Mishra, a nuclear scientist, and Soni, a space scientist, sent out a special message from the X account. Well, on International Women's Day, two women scientists, Elena Mishra from Bhubaneswar, Odisha, and Shilpi Soni from Madhya Pradesh, had the unique opportunity to take over Prime Minister Narendra Modi's social media accounts to share their inspiring work and experiences in the fields of nuclear and space technology. Well, the Prime Minister, in honoring women achievers, highlighted his government's efforts towards empowering women, with this special initiative aimed at encouraging more women to participate in science and innovation. Well, both scientists, through their posts, conveyed that India is becoming one of the most dynamic places for scientific progress, urging women to explore careers in this field. Well, Elena Mishra, a nuclear scientist, shared her journey of working at the Baba Atomic Research Center, where she contributed to the development of key technologies such as a low-energy, high-intensity proton accelerator and the 800 MeV proton improvement plan at Fermi National Accelerator Laboratory, Chicago. She also credited her father for fostering her interest in science and spoke about her role in designing low-cost, portable medical imaging systems for rural areas, showcasing the potential of nuclear technology to improve lives. Shilpi Soni, a space scientist, joined her in this unique takeover, both emphasizing the growing opportunities for women in science and encouraging young girls to pursue careers in these groundbreaking fields. Ajayita Shah. Well, on International Women's Day, Ajayita Shah, founder and CEO of Frontier Markets, took over Prime Minister Narendra Modi's social media accounts to share her message of women's financial empowerment. She emphasized that a financially empowered woman is the architect of her own future and the maker of modern India. Ajayita shared her journey discussing how Frontier Markets, founded in 2011, integrates technology to ensure the financial inclusion and scaling of women, particularly in rural areas. Ajayita reflected on the challenges faced by women in rural communities, particularly regarding access to the financial resources, infrastructure and opportunities. Well, she noted the impact of initiatives like the Meri Saheli app, which uses technology to help rural women become entrepreneurs, fostering self-reliance and creating livelihood for the others. She also encouraged all women to be a part of Indian story, highlighting that with increased access to social security, healthcare and technology, Indian women are breaking barriers and contributing significantly to the nation's growth. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also praised women achievers for their efforts and contribution towards building a developed India.
presents immense opportunities for growth, innovation, development, and inclusivity. Trade in digitally delivered services is the fastest growing segment of the world. Much of that trade is concentrated in the developed world, but what we see is exciting growth at bright spots in the developing world.
My name is Abhi Shah, founder and CEO of Frederick Markets. Frederick Markets is India's largest rural commerce platform that connects products and services to rural villages where people live. To put this in context, rural India has 800 million people in 700,000 villages in the country where they're not getting quality products and services delivered at their doorstep. So basic things, access to financial services, access to digital payments, access to healthcare, access to even e-commerce like consumer durables, where they live, people are not serving them. So we bridge this gap by doing two things. One, investing in women as the facilitators or the entrepreneurs that can help drive products and services to rural customers, and two, technology. So we created the first ever made by women for women technology platform that allows a rural woman to become like the digital storefront that basically provides all these products and services to rural customers. So today we have 40,000 of these rural women entrepreneurs, and they've helped over 10 million families get access to those 250 million solutions in spaces of agri-products, climate-friendly solutions, digital payments, you name it. So by building our platform and reaching this last mile consumer, we said we have to be an everything solution. We cannot be a one thing solution. We just need to understand that if we come together, it's a power of the masses. And the power of the masses is what really drives policy change. It's what drives capital. It's what drives learnings in terms of.
Well, Indian chess player Vaishali Ramesh Babu said she was thrilled to take over Prime Minister Narendra Modi's social media account, X, on the occasion of International Women's Day. She expressed her pride in representing India in chess tournaments and stated that she aspired to further improve her FIDE ranking. Encouraging young girls to pursue sports, she emphasized that sports are among the best teachers. She also urged parents and siblings to support girls, trust their abilities and believe in their potential. Vaishali credited her supportive parents, Ramesh Babu and Nagalakshmi, as well as her brother, chess prodigy R. Pragnananda, for playing a crucial role in her journey. Union Sports Minister Manshukh Mandavia praised Vaishali, calling her journey from early success to becoming a Grand Master inspiring. He stated that her dedication and passion had set new benchmarks in the chess world and expressed the confidence that her achievements would continue to grow. Vaishali acknowledged the encouragement India provides to women athletes and expressed gratitude for the country's initiatives in promoting and supporting female sportspersons. Recently, she secured a bronze medal at the International Chess Federation World Blitz Championship in January after losing to China Zhu Wen in the semi-finals. Well, Anita Devi, a resident of Anantpur village in Bihar's Nalanda district, took over Prime Minister Narendra Modi's social media account on International Women's Day to share her journey of entrepreneurship. She established Madhopur Farmers Producer Company Limited in 2016, a venture that now provides employment to hundreds of women. She recalled facing numerous struggles but was determined to become the self-employed. Inspired by the rising startup culture, she started her company focusing on mushroom production, which not only transformed her life but also empowered many other women. Well, through PM Modi's X handle, Anita Devi highlighted how her company now supplies essential agriculture inputs such as fertilizers, seeds, and pesticides at affordable rates, helping farmers in her community. She also credited the Bihar government's Jivika project and the National Rural Livelihood Mission for providing her training in mushroom production, which enabled her to connect hundreds of women with farming. She emphasized that her initiatives have given more women both livelihood and self-respect, making them self-reliant.
विद्यालय पूछा में जाओ ना जाती ना वहीं से बीज ले तो हम गली तो हम लोग तो अपने नहीं गली तो हम हस्बैंड के भेजली कि अब बीज हमारे दीदी सब खोजा थी तो ला के देहू ना तो वहीं गल थी तो उस समय गल थी तो 6 के जी बीजवे मिली तो थी लेके फिर हमारे सब और जाहिर के लिए कि सर और बीज चाहिए तो मैंने धीरे धीरे 20 के जी 30 के जी 50 के जी ऐसे क्रम में चलते रहे। एक आध 2 साल बीत गई ना तब बीत गई तब भाई ज़्यादा डिमांड हो गई तो खाली 600 के जी का डिमांड अली ना तो गली तो डॉक्टर दयाराम से संपर्क के तो है हले सर से डिमांड के लिए सर 600 के जी बीज सही है सर। अरे भाई इतना बीज कौची करबो तुम हम कहलिए सर मशरूम लगावा थे ना हमारे सब दीदी हम सबके मशरूम बेच दे बाजार में ले जाते तो उनका तो डिमांड में बढ़वे ना करता है तो दिन की अब ऐसा करा ना तो प्रशिक्षण ले ला बीज बनाने के हम कहले कि सर हम तो बड़ी हम कैसे करबे हमरा जानकारी ना है इतना तो कहती अरे भाई सीखिएगा तब तो जानिएगा। कहले कि ठीक है सर ये आज भी आओ का तब सब जिला से एक गल थी ना दीदी भैया जहाँ से जिनका जो इच्छा होली ना करीब करीब 16-17 गो हली हमारे 18 गो सब मिलकर ट्रेनिंग के लिए वहाँ से आइए छोटे से तौर तरीके।
Anjali Agarwal, founder of Samathyam Center for Universal Accessibility, took over Prime Minister Narendra Modi's social media handle on International Women's Day. With a career spanning 3 decades, she has worked extensively to ensure inclusive mobility and barrier-free infrastructure across India. Her contributions have played a crucial role in making schools and public places more accessible for peoples with disabilities. In a post from PM Modi's handle, Dr. Agarwal emphasized the importance of strengthening Sugamya Bharat as a foundation for Vikshit Bharat. She urged people to move beyond labels and barriers to create a society where every individual, especially women and persons with disabilities, can live with dignity and independence. Reflecting on her work, she expressed optimism that accessibility and mobility are no longer just discussions but being seamlessly integrated into governance. The initiative highlights the role of women as pioneering in shaping India's future by breaking barriers and driving meaningful change.
नमस्ते इंडिया, मेरा नाम डॉक्टर अंजलि अग्रवाल है। मैं समर्थन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की को फाउंडर हूँ। आज महिला दिवस के दिन मैं ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर श्री मोदी जी का सोशल मीडिया कैंपेन पूरा हैंडल कर रही हूँ और इस बात का मुझे गर्व है कि उन्होंने इतनी दूर की सोची कि महिलाओं को आज उनका पूरा सोशल मीडिया कैप्चर करने का मौका दिया। ये आज एक ऐसा दिन है जिसे मैं हमेशा याद रखूंगी और एक मैसेज देना चाहूंगी सभी महिलाओं को कि हमें आगे बढ़ना है, एम्पावर होना है, कॉन्फिडेंट रहना है, पढ़ना है और उसके साथ साथ ये ध्यान रखना।
Well, those were the 6 women achievers today we have discussed on Women's Day special. Well, that's all for now. Keep watching CVR News English. This is Havila Kuttapalli. Have a good day.